What up, people? This is the Mercenary. Today I'm going to review the P-Bandai Master Grade GN-XIII from the series Gundam 00, the second season. This particular P-Bandai kit comes in two versions, the red version and the blue version, or the A-Laws version, which you see in front of you, and the Federation version, which is in a light blue color. The difference between the red version and the blue version, I believe, is the runner count. This version comes with 3 additional runners, while the other one may not come with those 3 additional runners, because they want to get the thing completely color accurate, without you having to use stickers or having to do some extra painting. According to the manual, it says we want you to use this part of the runner and that part of the runner. As you can see there for Bravo, Charlie, and Golf. But since I didn't want to use said section of one runner and said section of the other runner, I just decided to pick and choose one of the runners, one or the other runners of said color, and just use up the whole runner, then have just one or the other. So my kit's gonna look a bit different from what other people have done with theirs. Or in my case, I decide to use the entire Crimson Red runner for Bravo and Charlie, and then the entire Dark Brown runner for Golf, instead of just tossing the spare parts away. I'll show you what I mean. Here's Bravo, for which the spare beam sabers are still on there. Charlie, and Golf, which is in gray. This is mostly inner frame, as you can see there. So technically, you can make a somewhat white GN-XIII, but it's gonna look too funny once you're done assembling it. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, to prove my point in regards to the spare Bravo, Charlie, and Golf runners that comes with this kit. Excuse me. The other things that comes with this kit are beam saber effect parts, the rifle barrel extension that's a carryover from the original GNX, a sheet of water slide decals, which I still have in the factory wrap, sealed, and a sheet of foil stickers, as you can see here. Since these particular stickers on the right were going to be used under the clear piece, I was like, why not? Usually they have these stickers covering the clear piece, which I don't like. So I usually don't use them, as you can see with the one on the left in regards to the eyes. As the clear piece was in the correct color, why not? Now, onto the kit itself. This is technically the GNX in Crimson Red. Doesn't come with all the pieces to make an original GNX with it, but why would you when that kit had a lot of balance issues? This particular one doesn't have any balance issues because it doesn't have all those fancy motifs on top. It comes with shield, carbine, as you can see right there, which can be attached to either the left or the right. But what's new about this kit, aside from the more streamlined parts to fix those balancing issues, is the lance. As you can see in the right arm, this is both a rifle and a melee weapon in one. In the show, it's shown shooting beams out of the lance, and on occasion trying to stab the Gundams. But as much as it fixed all the problems with the original GNX in the evolution of the suit's production run, the one thing about this kit that you got to take into consideration is it doesn't come with a pilot figure. So unless you have pilot figures from other kits, this particular kit will never have a pilot figure sitting in the cockpit, because the runner where the pilot figure would have been located on the original GNX is not in the box. So what I did was I went into my parts bin where I kept all my spare pilot figures, for which I'm not using. And what I did was I took one of them out, cut the back peg off of it, and glued him to the chair. In this particular case, if I can get to it without knocking it over, I decided to modify a full frontal figure that came with my Sinanju Stein NT version and have him then riding around in the cockpit of my GN-XIII. Let me zoom in a little bit, give you an idea. I have built a Sinanju Stein NT version since I last posted up a video, and since I didn't want full frontal in the chair, I just didn't include him in the chair. What I did instead was I took one of my spare Char Aznavour figures from my Hakushiki 2.0, slightly modified it, and had him pegged into the chair of that Sinanju Stein NT. Now the question is, do you really want to buy this kit? If you're a giant Gundam 00 fan, this is worth every penny of your time. But if you're not too big on Gundam 00, I'd skip this one. This is P-Bandai kit. I was able to negotiate the price down in a private transaction, luckily. And I'm really proud that I got it. But if you're not too big in Gundam 00, then I highly suggest that you skip this kit. Also, it doesn't come with a pilot figure. If you're big on pilot figures, then you know what I just said earlier. Aside from that, I hope this video is kind of helpful to all those who are wondering what this kit comes with and what are some of the problems that Bandai fixed with this particular kit. I heard from other people that they had balance issues with theirs, but I don't see any balance issues with mine. Mine has stood on my shelf for about over a month and it has not toppled over once. Sure, if you mess around with it too much, you'll loosen up the balance, but since I'm not doing that, it's as good as it gets. This is the Mercenary, and I will be signing out.